Okay, this is an important one. When you're looking to lose weight, you usually have a picture in your head about what your new body is going to look like. And then when you lose the weight, you realize that now your body has really no shape. There's no tone. Now you may even look skinny fat. Someone once told me they thought they looked like a melted candle. I thought that was hilarious, but it was not exactly what they had envisioned for their body when they lost a significant amount of weight. So, if you think that fat loss is all about calories in and calories out, or if you've tried some pill or shake or patch or even surgery that to help you lose weight in the past, you might also be feeling this way when you're naked. Do you feel like you look like a melted candle? You may be lighter, but you're soft and fluffy. And that physique that you envisioned didn't just show up because you lost the fat that sits on the top layer, did it? No, just losing fat doesn't make you look bikini ready. You have to have muscle and shape in order to create this beautiful hourglass feminine figure. So, you know what was missing in that whole thing? It just so happens to be my tip number 2 in this season of life, and that is prioritizing protein. Seriously, so many people don't eat enough, and women are the worst. And as we get older, we tend to eat less, thinking that it's somehow going to make us skinny or make us look better because we're eating like a bird, when really it doesn't even work that way. In a very recent study of the Journal of Nutrition, actually, it's been studied multiple times, but this particular one, there's 103 men and women who were split into 2 different groups. And for 4 months, both groups followed what we would call an energy restricted diet, isocaloric, which is consisted of 30% fat. And so that was the standard between the two. But the difference was that one group consumed the recommended dietary allowance, that's your RDA, of protein, which is a mere 0.36 grams per pound of their body weight. And then the remainder of their calories came from carbs. And then the other half consumed twice the RDA, so closer to zero point 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight, for the remaining calories also coming from carbs. So this is very interesting, right? The very beginning and the very end, researchers measured body weight and fat mass of the subjects. So they are actually measuring the fat, not BMI, but body weight and fat mass. And what they found was that both groups actually lost a similar amount of body weight. But those who consumed higher protein lost more fat. All right. So this supports this study, anyway, as well as many others that are out there, that it's not just about calories. And we often think we've been told that, we've been fed that. It's a lie. It is not just about calories in, calories out. It's where those calories are coming from. And my friends, we have to prioritize protein. Now, here's another couple reasons you might be interested in why we need to eat more protein and make sure we get enough. The first and foremost is one of my favorites, and that is muscle growth and repair. Okay, so when you want more muscle, which is what creates the shape, okay, that makes you beautiful in that bikini, gives you that feminine hourglass, it's the muscle. So if you want more muscle, eat more protein. Very simple. It also improves your metabolic health. Remember, we've talked about that, right? This is a whole metabolic system that you live in. Eating more protein actually helps to regulate your appetite. It promotes satiety. That's the feeling of contentedness, okay? And it helps with weight management because it reduces cravings. All because you're actually prioritizing proteins. You're eating enough of it. We also absolutely know it enhances physical performance if that's important to you. It optimizes hormone production. Proteins are involved in the synthesis of various hormones and enzymes that are necessary for regulating things like metabolism. Yes, also your immune function and just general overall health. So let's talk about the immune system because that's also a big part of having protein because it plays a critical role in supporting your overall immune function by providing building blocks for your antibodies and your immune cells. That's pretty powerful. That's the essence of your immune system, antibodies and immune cells, okay? Adequate protein intake actually helps to maintain a very strong and resilient immune system, which also then helps to reduce the risk of infections, supports faster recovery from illness and injury. And I will tell you, this is one of my personal saving graces in dealing with my own personal autoimmune conditions over the years is making sure that my body is getting enough protein so that my immune system can function as well as possible. As we get older, in these middle age years that we've got going on here, the importance of adequate protein for optimal health is so high in importance. I mean, honestly, it's on muscle health, yes, muscle function, yes, but nobody eats enough protein. Like when I talk with my friends, girlfriends, guy friends, clients, if I take a little survey, anybody who wants to talk to me about nutrition, the bottom line is they all fall very short when it comes to eating enough protein. So, let's talk about what is enough. Okay. You're going to see this all over the place, all kinds of ways to think about it. Some people think about it as, per pound, grams per pound. Some think you will see things written per kilo of weight. So just to make it easy for most of my American friends, you want to be setting your daily protein intake to somewhere between zero point 0.8 and 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. So it doesn't mean, that's just a range. And I don't necessarily mean that it's all body weight. So if you have excess weight to lose, I want you to use the number of body weight that would be lower than where you are right now. What is your projected kind of reasonable goal for your body weight? So if you're sitting at, and I don't want you all girls all thinking you need to be 112 pounds. You just don't, okay? You cannot be that. You won't be that. You won't look that way. If you were 112 pounds when you were 17, I don't care because you're not 17 now. It's going to be different. Okay. So be reasonable when setting that weight. But if you have 50 pounds to lose, you don't want to set your protein target based on the weight you are right now. You need to set your protein target based on your ideal weight, given that it's reasonable. Okay. So maybe that is 50 pounds, and you would kind of look to what is that scale weight going to be when I lose this excess of 50 pounds? Use that scale weight to determine where your protein range should be. Now, for the sake of simplicity, we can kind of start with a zero point 0.8 grams per pound or more. I generally kind of err closer to a gram per pound for myself. I am a little bit more muscular than a lot of people my size and age. And so I need to make sure that I'm feeding that muscle appropriately. So I go a little bit higher than zero point 0.8, but zero point 0.8 is a really good place to start, especially if you're not even close to that right now. Okay. So if you go with 0.8 and let's say you're 150 pounds, and that's a good, reasonable, appropriate weight. Maybe you don't like the composition of that weight, but that's a good weight for your body. Then you would need to consume no less than 120 grams of protein each day. Now, some of you don't measure your foods, and that's okay, but this is that'll be a whole conversation for another day. This is just an awareness piece. My second tip for dealing with weight loss, for making sure that your body composition, your shape, your physique is strong and healthy and looks the way you want it to look, you have to give it an assist by prioritizing protein in your food. I always tell everyone that protein should be the primary food on the plate. Start with protein, build around it. Okay. Getting enough protein is one of the biggest needle movers to losing excess weight and creating a beautiful physique. So if you don't want to look like a melted candle when you just lose all that weight that you think you need to lose, you're going to have to make sure you also prioritize protein in your meals so that you can continue to shape the body so you don't look like a melted candle and support your body's own innate intelligence, really, not only to heal and function in the best way possible, but also to shape and look the way you want to look in that bikini come summer. Okay? So, couple tips. It does not hurt if by improving your protein source, you will also begin to see improvements in your body composition. You'll notice it in increases of energy levels, and you'll definitely notice it in increases with confidence. Because when your body changes and it's beginning to look more like that picture you had in your head, whew, that's pretty exciting. That's that positive feedback loop. Okay. So I'm curious, would you like to be part of a free community of support where we can share tips and tricks about things like getting enough protein in and taking our daily walks in order to kind of see the improvements of health and physique during this season of life? I find that it's always best if you're not alone and that you have a supportive community. But I want to know if that is something that you think you could benefit from as well. So let me know in the comments if you would be interested in joining a free community of support to keep us all moving forward on this adventure called life and health and longevity. Okay? See you next time. Bye.